I'm just so unbelievably overwhelmed by everyone's kindness about the whole situation that's been going on recently. And I want to kind of update you guys on it because the video that I posted a few days ago, basically announcing that I lost my job in the studio, that was actually filmed over a month ago now. I did say in that video that I filmed that video way in advance when everything was still kind of fresh, because I was alone in the studio, no one else was in the building, it was Good Friday, and I wanted to take that opportunity to talk to you guys about things. But obviously it's been over a month now. It feels like I filmed that video years ago because so much has happened. But I want to talk to you about like what actually happened on that day, my thoughts now, because obviously they were my thoughts a month ago, and now that I've officially gone from the job, what am I going to do? What are my plans? All that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a weird one, but I don't know, I just wanted to update you guys. It felt a bit weird posting a video from a month ago, and so much has changed now. But just before we do jump into the video today, guys, if you have not already, definitely like and subscribe because it would mean the world to me. I upload every single day here on my YouTube channel. I love bright, fun, colourful makeup, project panning, get ready with me's. Today we are going to be using a member exclusive poll result. So I love to have my channel members vote on what palette I'm going to be using for different Get Ready With Me's. And for this Get Ready With Me, they have voted on the Sakura palette from the Pastel Roses. You can get 20% off with Caitlin20. That is not affiliated, just for you to get some money off. So I'm going to be using this today, making myself look a little bit less like that. No, be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. I'm gonna just put some makeup on. My acne is still causing me a little bit of issues, which is not brilliant, but it is definitely because of the stress of everything happening. I did say in a few videos between when I found out that I was leaving and then when I actually left, I didn't tell you anything. I only told you what was happening when I'd actually left the job, and my skin in that time was awful, and I just kept having to say, like, I don't know why my skin's so bad. I do. It's because of stress. So I found out that I was being let go from my office job due to financial reasons. It's nothing that anyone did. I just want to preface that. I have a bite on my arm. I'm so sorry. It's so itchy. Oh, can you see it? It's there. Ow. So yeah, it was financial reasons. The company just couldn't afford to keep staff anymore. So I got the cut, got the axe. I don't know if I want to start on my eyes. Yes, I will, because I want to wear a glitter. So I will show you what the inside of the Sakura palette looks like. This is a really beautiful spring themed palette. It's kind of green on one side and cool toned, and then on the other side there is some bright pinks and some warm tone neutrals. As I said, my members did vote on this palette, so if you would like to vote on some palettes, then you can definitely join my channel memberships as well. But I am so excited to use this again today. I have already done one look with this palette. I'll pop it up on screen here. I'm going to do something a little bit less crazy today. I'm thinking of doing like a half cut crease, like duo toned with like pinks and greens. I don't know though. A part of me wants to use these neutrals. I know. What is wrong with me? A part of me wants to use neutrals. Excuse me? But I'm not going to. So my first thought when I got the news that I was having to obviously leave my job and leave my studio is I was absolutely crushed, absolutely gutted. Some people were confused. The reason why I have to leave the studio is because my boss at my office job owned the studio. You know, it was in the same building, so yeah, just for financial reasons, he needed that back as well. So some people were confused as to why me losing my job meant losing the studio as well. That is why. Fun times. I remember when I got the news, I was like holding in tears. And then there was a part of the day where I was alone in the office, and I did start like crying a little bit when I was alone in the office. And then I heard people coming back up the stairs, so you kind of have a pre-warning when people are about to enter the office. And I was like, right, composure, stop crying. And I was like, right, okay. And then I went to the toilet like 3 hours later, and I had mascara all down my face. So not very incognito there, not very sneaky, but that's okay. And it was a lot to think about. There was a hell of a lot to think about. I mean, what to think about now is what colours should I do and where. Okay, I'm going to go into Nature, which is this grey. So not only was I losing half of my income, I was also losing the studio, and I was also losing my best friend. My best friend only got told by the boss, I think, like a day before the news broke that he was letting me go, and she wasn't well, obviously wasn't too happy about it. But I think that is what hit me the most. It was losing my best friend. We have since spoken and said that we're obviously going to like see each other outside of work and things like that. But yeah, that was a massive part of the upset for me, was losing her and thinking that like she wouldn't want to see me anymore. I have this really horrible thing in my head, and I think it's because I've been bullied so much through education and no one really wanted to spend time with me. But I, since leaving, have not opened messages from my best friend, and it's not because I don't want to speak to her, it's not because I, you know, whatever, it's because I know now that she doesn't have an excuse to like have to speak to me. You know, she doesn't have to speak to me anymore because she doesn't work with me. And in my head, that means that she doesn't want to speak to me now. Like, she doesn't have to, so why would she? That is going on in my head. I'm a very, like, insecure person when it comes to friendships and things, because I've not had, like, many proper friendships in the past. So yeah, I'm just like terrified constantly that my best friend's going to turn around and be like, actually, no, I don't want to see you out of work. Like, thank God you're gone. So that's been a massive thing that I'm trying to get over, I guess. I think I'm so used to like being alone, and I'm so used to not having friends that the minute that there's an excuse for someone to not be my friend, I think that they're going to take it, which went a bit deep, but you know what, it's okay, it's fine. But I mean, she's been brilliant. She said that she wants to see me outside of work and stuff, so I don't know why I'm like so, you know, it's just me, little quirks. We might need to add a black because that doesn't look dark enough, but that's okay. Then I'm going to use the shade Love, which is this deepest brown. I kind of got over the money aspect of losing the job quite quickly. Like, I'm financially okay. I have obviously YouTube and I do teach as well, so I do have income coming in. I'm not losing all of my income, but my income has been cut in half, which is not fun. That is a little bit challenging, but I'm very lucky. I still live at home. You know, I can travel very easily. It's not too expensive. It's like, I'm okay. I've got all Stan's vet bills sorted, which is absolutely amazing. Stan, when we first got him, had a lot of vet bills. So I've got all that cleared. Money will be tight. But I just want to say, like, the biggest thank you to everyone who donated to the channel. I was not expecting that. And I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I'm so grateful for that. Like, that, I can't believe it. Like, that, waking up in the morning and seeing that made me very emotional. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, that made me just feel less on my own. I feel like I'd been bottling up this news of being let go, and I'd been bottling up everything, and to have so much support straight away from you guys was really it was a lot because I did not expect that whatsoever, and like, that has definitely helped a lot in the financial situation. Like, I'm budgeting for everything. When I say like I'm okay financially, like, I've budgeted and I need to stick to the budget exactly. Like, fun money out, you know, it's food, it's Stan, it's travel, that's it. And I mean, like, travel to work, not like I'm going to Mallorca. Like, it is a bit tight, but oh my goodness, I may or may not have cried, but that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the shade Green Tea. I think this is my favourite shade in this palette. It's just so pretty. And I'm gonna pop that on the outer corner with that grey. But the day, let's talk about the actual moving day. I was given originally 3 months to move the studio by my boss, because he kind of understood that, you know, I might need a new space and finding a new space was going to be a little bit difficult. I decided to just go within my month, like, leaving period at the office job, just because I didn't want to drag it out. I just wanted to leave. I think it was a really difficult decision, but I think I made the right one, being now at home. There's like a little fluffy somewhere, so I just swiped that away. But yeah, now that I'm home, I think it was the right decision to just leave as soon as, basically, because this is a me thing. This wasn't anything that anyone did, but I felt like I wasn't part of it anymore. I just felt like I felt like people were waiting for me to leave almost, and I didn't want to keep coming into the studio every day and feel like I wasn't meant to be there and feel like people didn't want me there, you know? And maybe this comes from my, like, friendship thing that I've been talking about, like, waiting for people to, like, get rid of me almost. But I just thought, I just want to cut to the chase and leave, and I have moved now into my tiny little garage. I have some hairs that are really annoying me. Hang on. I was expecting to cry on the day of the move, however I didn't, which was interesting. I had been, do you know when you, like, play a situation in your head and kind of play out how you expect it to go? I always cried in my head. When I was playing it out, I was always crying. I was always really sad. I wasn't, actually. So me and my friend Callum moved the whole studio. He rented a van and we packed it all up one Friday afternoon and we were gone. I had to sell some furniture because obviously I was moving the whole studio into my bedroom, basically. So I had to sell a bunch of furniture, which was really hard. But that furniture went to my best friend's sister. So, I mean, I'd rather her have it than some random person, you know? I'm glad that she has it. I'm glad I've managed to help her out a little bit as well. But I wasn't that emotional, which was strange because you guys know how much I loved my studio. I genuinely did. Like, I loved being there every day. Having my own workplace, my own office almost, was so unbelievably amazing for me. And I loved that place. But I think after I was told that I was being let go, the magic died of it. Like, the magic of it was just tainted, and I think that is, again, another reason why I just wanted to leave. I didn't feel the same. It just didn't feel the same anymore. I just wanted to leave. Yeah, so I didn't cry. I was a little bit emotional, but I didn't cry. I was okay. Callum, bless him, was like, "Are you okay?" Like, throughout the whole day, he was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." I did get a little bit emotional when we were putting everything back in the garage. Little context, I live in a single garage. So this wall is my bathroom wall, and I can literally touch my bed as well. I'm like crammed in right now. And when the lights were going up, I've got 2 big softbox lights. When the lights were coming up, I felt so claustrophobic because it's a tight squeeze. I felt, and that's when I started to get a little bit emotional, because before I had this big room, like my studio was bigger than my bedroom right now, like bigger than the garage. So that made me feel a little bit emotional because I knew that my mental health was about to take a massive turn for the worst. Just being, like, living and working literally less than a meter away from each other is like a lot. It's really, it's difficult. And I knew that because I have done this before. I have had the studio in the garage before I got the actual studio. So yeah, I knew it was going to be hard, and it has been hard. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the shade Petals. This, like, baby pink. I feel like it was the right decision to move the studio back here, even though it is cramped and even though it's just, not ideal. I was planning or like thinking about getting a brand new studio, but with my income being cut in half, it's not really viable. It's not really an option. I have to, as I said before, stick to a very strict budget. And a studio space is just not in that budget, which is fine. I'm just like back to basics. I have been dealing with a lot of like I failed thoughts. So as I said before, I did used to film in this space, and then I like evolved to the actual studio. And now that I've come back to the garage, it kind of makes me feel like I failed in a way, that like I've gone backwards. I'm trying not to think like that, because I know that that's not fair on myself. I know that there was so many other factors that have gone into this, but that is definitely something that I've been dealing with. Yeah, that's hurt. I can feel my mental health taking a little bit of a hit. I'm not gonna lie already. I've only been here 3 weeks, I think, and I can kind of feel it a little bit. You know what though? Stan settled in really, really well. I was a little bit worried about Stan, because he is obviously used to going to the studio every day. That's part of his routine. He has his WALK to the studio, and then his WALK back, and he's fine. He's currently snoring on my bed underneath my blanket. Like, he's great. So that's good. That was a massive stress, but yeah, he's absolutely fine. It's Monday when I'm filming this. I'm thinking this is going to go up the same day that I'm filming it. I've actually not had a week where I've not been in the office yet. So normally I'd work Tuesday, Wednesday, and I left last week. So this is my first not Mad Monday. I used to call it Mad Monday because I'd have to, on Mondays, film Monday, film Tuesday, film Wednesday, edit Monday, and edit Tuesday. And I hated Mondays. It was so stressful. But today I can just like chill out because I can film tomorrow. I can film on Wednesday because I'm not in the studio, and it's going to be great. So I'm happy about that. I'm a lot less stressed in that aspect. I am going to add a black, I think. I'm just going to dip into my Book of Magic just because I want it to be a little bit more dramatic. So I'm just going to pop a black on the very, very outer and inner corner. Oh yeah, you can see that difference there. That's what I want. This black is so pigmented as well. Oh my god. That's definitely what I'm going for a little bit more. So I'm going to jump off camera, cut my crease in the center, and then come straight back. Okay, we've got the cut crease on, and I found the perfect shade that I think I want to put in the middle. So this is one of the Pastel Rose's 7 Wonders eyeshadows. This is the shade Celestial Glow, and it's kind of like a white base, but with a bunch of beautiful, like, shifty colors in it. So I can see, like, green, blue, pink, yellow. It's all just like merged together, and I think this would look so nice on the middle just because I want something a little bit different, and I have been neglecting these eyeshadows. So I'm gonna go in with my finger at first, and I'm gonna pop it on the center. These are kind of like flaky, not flaky, but kind of like chunky shimmers. That is so stunning. You can see so many different colors in that. I really want a bright center to this, and I'm gonna use the brush that I cut my crease with just to get right up to that line, hopefully make it really, really sharp. So yeah, I wasn't too emotional leaving the studio. I did get quite emotional setting everything up here. But you know what? It's been a lot better than I thought it would be. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of always think about worst case scenario with these things. I always think like, oh my god, it's gonna be horrific. I'm gonna be so mentally like clocked out. It's gonna be awful. And I've been okay. I'm getting my last paycheck actually today from my office job, which has a bunch of holidays on it as well that I never took, so that's going to be a massive boost. And I'm gonna have to make that last quite a while. I said in the video, from now on, I'm going to be getting about £700 a month, which includes YouTube and my teaching job. I only teach 1 day a week. So that's going to be a little bit stressful, not gonna lie, but I'm gonna be okay. I think I've kind of made peace with the situation. I think I've kind of processed it a little bit. And I think when I've made my video a month ago announcing everything, I don't think I'd processed it properly. But now I feel okay. I feel okay. I'm gonna take the shade Sakura, which is this pink shimmer, only a teeny tiny bit, and I'm gonna start blending the outsides. So this is gonna go on this side, just to blend the shimmers and the mattes together a little bit. I love that shade. It's got a little bit of blue in it. So stunning. I actually have the single eyeshadow of Sakura, and it is one of my favourites, even though it's a pink, which I know is a little bit crazy for me. I love it. It's definitely one of my faves. Pretty. And then on the other side, I'm thinking maybe this shade, Satin. I've mixed a bit of Allure in there as well, just because Satin looked a little bit too similar to that white. Kind of wish there was a green shimmer in here. Maybe like take out one of these pinks and put a green shimmer. I think that would be cute. But I mean, I'm just not a pink person, so I'm going to go with Satin and Allure, these two shades. Okay, cute. There the eyes pretty much done. I think setting everything back up in the studio was the worst part of the day. Like the new studio, the garage, that was hell because there was obviously not much room. We had to kind of almost like Tetris everything, and it was a lot. And these fairy lights, oh my god, they were the bane of my existence. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna just spot conceal underneath my foundation, so I'm gonna use my NYX Fix Stick. This is a really, really good concealer for acne, not so much for under the eyes because it is quite thick, but if you do need to like cover up a few bits and bobs underneath foundation, I would definitely recommend this one because it is super full coverage and it works really, really well for spot concealing. So I do have a few friends, which is always nice, isn't it? Yeah, love that. I'm hoping that my acne will calm down now that I'm kind of settled a little bit. But yeah, these fairy lights, I don't know how they managed to entangle themselves so much in such a short amount of time. We took them down. We should have wrapped them up. Okay, this is something that I've learned. If I ever move again, I need to wrap up these fairy lights because I don't understand how they can get so tangled when they haven't moved anywhere. Like, I don't understand. We were here, both of us, me and Callum, we were there for about 2 hours trying to untangle all of the fairy lights. It was oh my god, it was the most annoying thing I've ever had to do, and especially after such a long day, after packing everything up. It's not what I wanted to do. I did say as well in my original video, like, oh, maybe I'll like try and film moving. That did not happen. That did not happen. I was not doing that. I was already stressed. I was already like a little bit emotional. I was not about to be filming everything. No. So sorry about that if you wanted to see that. Yeah, I'm sure you can imagine. That went out the window very, very quickly. So I think I'm going to use a foundation in my 50 Shades of Black just to mix things up a little bit. I've been using the same foundations pretty religiously, but this one is a little bit of a new one. This is my Essence Fresh and Fit, and this of course does have a black pump, so that is my 50 Shades of Black reference there. I have not actually used this very much at all, but I really, really do enjoy this foundation, so I thought today would be a great little excuse to use it. I'm just going to do a pump. This is a little bit dark, so I will mix in a different foundation. So a pump does my face, but I'm gonna mix in my Michell Build foundation. This is like way too light for me, so I just kind of use it to pale down some of my other foundations. I have recently made a cheeky habit of buying foundations that are just way too dark. So I'm gonna just mix this in a little bit. Not too much, because I don't think it's too dark. Just like that. I don't know. It's ridiculous how pale this is. Like, ridiculous. My audio software keeps just stopping for some reason. It happened in my last Get Ready With Me video, and it's just happened again. I'm very lucky that I noticed it straight away. So I don't think I've, like, lost any footage or anything like that, but it's really annoying me. It's saying that the disc is full, but I've deleted everything. If I keep looking that way, it's because I want to keep making sure that it is actually going still. But the worst thing to ever happen is to film a whole video and then realise that the audio has just stopped halfway through, and it's just so frustrating. So I'm sorry if that ever happens. I'm apologising now. Can't even remember what I was going on about because I've just had to stop for like 10 minutes. My foundation, I was like, please say that this foundation's not going to dry on my face because I've just had to stop for ages. I think, like, long story short, I'm okay. I'm pretty happy. I have had some mental health down days recently. I have kind of been quite depressed, but I think that's just the transition period, you know? I think that's just getting used to new things and new surroundings and new work situations and all that kind of stuff. I think it's going to be really, really beneficial for me to keep going to the gym, not only for like physical health, but also to interact with people. I go to the classes at the gym, so there's almost like a little community of friends that have been made. So that's going to be really, really important, especially now I'm not going to the office, I'm not seeing people. I obviously teach, which I see people and I interact with people there, but it is difficult to get that like social interaction sometimes. So yeah, it's keeping up with things like that is going to be really, really beneficial for me. And I'm just hoping that things settle down. I don't think that this like depression is, I don't know, I think it's more just everything's changed. I think that's kind of where I'm coming from more. I don't think that this is like a super serious, like depressive episode. I think it's just this transition period where everything's up in the air a little bit. I hope so anyway, because otherwise I'm in trouble. I've not even been out of my job for a week yet and already I'm feeling depressed. Like, that's not a good start. So under my eyes, I've been trying to finish this concealer. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection, and I'm actually really, really close to finishing this. I think I only have a few more months left of this, which would be amazing. I am probably going to repurchase this straight away though, because I love this thing so much. It's just a staple. If you live in England, you probably know this. You probably love this. It's just such a good concealer. I'm sorry, but it is. I'm gonna have my first Tuesday, Wednesday off. Not off, but I'm definitely gonna have Wednesday off because I've made plans. So that's good. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Just like force myself to have time off by making plans. But I am going to have maybe like Wednesday, Thursday off, or just 2 random days off. I'm not going to have Tuesday off because, like I said before about Mad Monday, I don't want to do Mad Monday ever again. That is not happening. So yeah, my trip to Hadestown has had to be rescheduled, which is so upsetting. I'm actually so miffed about that. I was meant to go to the West End to see Hadestown, but we've had to reschedule it because the friend that I was going with they own a pub, and I'm sure you can imagine things come up all the time. Nice little surprises come up all the time. So we've had to postpone that. We were going to cancel it, and I was like, no, I need to go. I feel like I've been working myself to the bone, because I've been thinking, well, I'm going to Hadestown this week. I'm going to Hadestown. I should have been leaving tomorrow, which is so sad. But I'm just hoping that we can rearrange it quite soon, because like I need that trip. That trip has been getting me through life over the past like month. And it was a surprise as well. It was meant to be a surprise present for me, and it's now to be rescheduled, but I really needed that trip. So everyone pray for me. Please say that I can actually go and do something nice and fun because I need it. I think I'm going to use a few everyday makeup drawer cheek products maybe, which could be really fun. So the bronzer that I picked was my NYX Buttermelt bronzer, and this was obviously going all around the internet not too long ago. I did buy it, obviously, I have it in my collection, and I'm going to use it today. I've not used it that much, so I'm excited. I love how this smells. It's so nice. I always get a little bit scared because everyone says how pigmented it is, but I don't, maybe it's the shade that I got. I actually don't think it's that pigmented. I definitely have more pigmented bronzers in my collection, but I feel like I take everyone else's experience and I'm like scared myself, even though I know that this is not too pigmented for me. Oh, I'm less pale. I always love putting bronzer on because I am very, very pale, and this just makes me feel a little bit less dead, like a little bit less, you know, what do they call it? Like Victorian child ghost or something. Like that is my shade. That is my shade. Pale Victorian ghost. I really like this shade. I was really worried when I bought this because I say this every time I use this bronzer, so I'm very sorry. But Sarah Rose bought this shade and she was saying how it's not a bronzer shade for her. It's a blush shade because it's so like pink. But I think because I have yellow undertones, it definitely does pull more orange, like not orange, but like bronzer tone on me. So I don't think that this is a blush shade for me. I definitely think this is a bronzer shade. So I'm really happy about that. I've got a bit of dry skin just like coming off my head, which is not the vibe I'm going for today. Thank you. Oh my god, a lot came off. Okay, can I not have a big patch on my forehead? That'd be lovely. I think this period is all about like transitioning and getting used to just the new things that are happening. I don't think any massive change is fun for anyone, I don't think. Maybe it is, but I'm not good with change. So that combined with everything else has just made this few weeks a little bit difficult, but I know I'll get through it. I know I'm fine. I know that things will work out in the end. It's just a weird transition period. Like I said, it's just really strange to sit down and be in such a different space and a different mindset, and just everything's changing right now, and it's really scary. It's really scary, but that's okay. I think I'm going to use the blush that I got for my everyday makeup drawer as well. This is Colourpop Flirt Alert. I think this will go really well with the inner part of the eye, so I'm hoping that my little vision will come true. But I really love this. It's a product that always gets neglected, but you know what? I am ready to give this some love. I need to wash my brushes, like desperately. I think that's maybe a today or tomorrow job. But even that, like things so mundane like that, I'm going to have time for now. I'm going to have time to wash my brushes because I'm not in the office and I'm not walking to the studio every day, and I'm not like, I just have time now. I don't really see the benefit of it just yet. I think I'll see the benefit of it later in the week because right now it's just like a normal week for me. Obviously the stress of Mad Monday is not there, but I've not had a day in the office yet, if that makes sense. As I said, I work Tuesday, Wednesday. Today is Monday, so I've not really experienced not being in yet. So I'm really hoping that by the end of this week, I'll kind of feel a little bit more like happy about things, a little bit more better about things. That was not proper English, but you know what I mean. I'm just really hoping that things will kind of make themselves known almost, and kind of make me able to see things from a bit of a better light at the end of this week, which I think will happen. I think I'm just getting in my head about a lot of things right now, and I just feel like I'm stressing. I love a good stress. I love to stress myself out for no reason whatsoever. It's really fun. I'm just going to use my Pan That Face palette highlight. This is the Ofra Glazed Donut, and I've just been loving this so much this year. I was originally planning to have this finished by the end of the year. That is not going to happen. I'm telling you now, that's not happening. But I'm just enjoying the ride, really. I'm just enjoying my time with this. I've kind of got rid of the idea that I have to finish this. and I'm just enjoying it. Like I said, I'm just playing around, seeing how far I can get. I'm not going to show you the product. The B-roll was from a few months ago, so no spoilers here. But yeah, this is definitely not going to be done. That's okay though. That's okay. Oh my god, something else. I said in my original video that I was looking forward to this. I am loving being able to use my makeup collection however I want. Because all my makeup was in a studio before, I'd have to pack a makeup bag every single time I wanted to take my makeup anywhere. Now I can literally reach into my drawer, grab anything I want at any time, and I've been like rediscovering my makeup collection, which has been amazing. I'm so excited about that. I've been kind of rediscovering like these Pastel Roses 7 Wonders. I've been using these so much, whereas before I wouldn't use them. I'd only do my makeup to film, really, and because I was in the studio 9 to 5 and I needed to get everything done and it was so stressful, then I had 2 days in the office, then I had 1 day teaching, and then Sundays I had off. I didn't have time to like play around with my makeup collection. I'm loving using things I have not used in so long, and I do feel like I've been reintroduced to my makeup collection in a lot of ways, and I love that. That is something that I kind of knew was gonna happen and that I was really excited for, and I'm so excited in that aspect of things to just get to know my collection again. It's such a nice feeling. So yeah, there's definitely like pros and cons, like major pros and major cons to all of this. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to just focus on the good that is coming out of this so far, and I'm sure things will get a lot easier in the future. But again, I just wanted to say the biggest thank you to you guys. Like, I cried. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I cried so much when this support was coming out because I feel like I'd held it in for so long. I feel like I couldn't tell you guys for so long. And then I'd had that video like scheduled to go live for like a month, and it was just like the countdown almost of being able to tell you what was going on. And the support that came out of that was so overwhelming. I'm just forever eternally grateful to all of you guys. Like, seriously, like, you guys are the best. And I'm eating a little bit better because of you guys. I can sleep a little bit easier because of you guys and the generosity of you guys. It's just been crazy. It really has, in the best possible way. I'm so unbelievably grateful to everyone. I just am. I just have no words. Like, I can't believe it. My camera battery died, so I just finished my face off camera. On my lips, I used the Beauty Crop Juice Pot Duo in the shade Raspberry. This is not a lip that I would usually go for, but I just kind of wanted to try it out today. I thought it could go with the pinks on the inner part of this eye look. I'm not sure though. This is very much a my mum lip colour, so I might give it to her. But for me, it's just a little bit too pink. I don't know. Tell me what you think about it. But this is the final look. I wanted to give you an update. Like I said, the original video that went live was filmed like a month ago. So I wanted to share current thoughts, current opinions, and thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Truly, truly, truly. You make me so, I was so emotional. It was a weird week. It was a weird week, but we're going into a new week. It is Monday today. Happy Monday. I am going into a new week. I'm going into a new week with better mindsets, with more stability, just with a lot, I just spat at you then, I'm so sorry. Just with a lot more like groundedness. Is that a word? I don't know. I think so, but this is it. Thank you. I just want to say thank you for the rest of my life. Like, thank you. It is crazy. Knowing that you guys are behind me and knowing that you guys are supporting me truly means the world. A lot of people were saying that they wanted to see 1 week, 1 palette videos. I am actually going to be doing an introduction of that today, so definitely stay tuned for that. It should be live in a few days. I don't know if I'm going to be continuing that. It kind of depends on the views, which I know sounds awful, but especially now with YouTube being half my income, it's definitely more of a subject that needs to be focused on. If it doesn't get the views, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing it. It's just one of those, it's really difficult. So hopefully it does well. A lot of you guys were saying you wanted to see that. So if you were one of those people, definitely stick around for the next few days. Definitely share your support for that content, because it's going to be an interesting one. It's always scary starting new projects, but I'm feeling good. Hopefully it takes off, and hopefully it can be another little fun update that we do every month. So yeah, definitely like and subscribe if you have not already. And I hope you have an amazing day. This is where I'm gonna love you and leave you, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.